Today I'll be showing us how to design a wedding jotter, and that is why I'm starting with a blank screen. You're seeing my desktop screen because I want to show you how to get started from scratch, like from the very first click of your mouse or your trackpad. All right, let's get into it. I use coreldraw 2024, and I'm going to open it up. Yeah, this is normal, very normal, um, and it's going to open up. Once it opens up, we have the interface where we are permitted to and allowed to choose different sizes of the canvas or workspace. So I'm going to click on a new document. I'll create a new document. I just want to use this to teach you how to set it up from scratch. Then we'll go into the uh, file that has already been used to design to where we're gonna begin to work on the design. So this is where you select your paper size or your uh, frame size. Anyone, it depends on the kind of project you have to work on. Then on this side where you have the document setting, you can give it a title. For this case, I'm going to say wedding design or wedding coral draw tutorial. That's the name. Now, here you are allowed to choose between two primary color modes that you would like to work with. So, as a designer and someone who is into industrial printing, um, there are times that you can't use RGB. You just have to work with CMYK. C for cyan, M for magenta, yellow for Y for yellow, K for black. While for RGB, red for R for red, G for green, blue for B for blue. And the purpose of your design will determine the kind of color you want to choose, the kind of color mode you want to work with. For this is just for tutorial sake. I'm not printing this, so I would go with RGB. However, if I was going to even print it, right? If I was going to print it, and I'll be using maybe a direct to image printing style, I'll still go with RGB. But if I was going to use an industrial machine that uses liquid ink in producing its jobs, I'm going to go with CMYK. So understanding this gives you a very good uh, work environment and has a lot of impact on the final results. So for this, I'm just going to stick with RGB. Um, and then the orientation would be landscape, of course. But there's something you need to do because of the practicality of what we want to do. You need to understand that this we are selecting landscape because when you open your jotter, the two sides are wider than when they are tall than the height. That is landscape. And also, you are going to be using two sides. You have the left side of the jotter, you have the right side of the jotter. So that determines the kind of frame we would work with, which in this case is A4. As you can see, I've selected A4 here, and that is it. Then I work with inches more than I work with millimeter. I think after inches, I work more with centimeter than pixels. All right, so every other thing here, you can come here to choose your your paper size or your frame size. Also, if you did not do it here, then for your color, that's not hard. If I don't usually touch anything. In fact, this is the first time I'm touching this in many months, like for real. All right, so I'm done with this. This is the basics of setting up the interface for this project. Great. All right, so I've changed it here to landscape. Now that is that, and we are good to go. So I'm going to take us back into the original file for the wedding project, and we are going to start there. Now, what you need to understand is this: creativity is not limited to any form or to any style you see at all. It is not. I used to tell everyone that comes around me and is learning, I tell them, I can show you basics, I can show you the tools, but I can't show you how you should use your knowledge on the design. And we can have a particular project to work on, two of us, three of us, four of us, and we are not going to design the same thing. And that is perfectly fine, because we have different minds and our minds are unique, and that is expected. So, but this is what we are doing because we want to learn or want to get better or want to just, you know, if you're like me, I'm just always curious to learn something. Just learn something. Just learn something. All right, so let's get started. I'll just copy these and take it into our file. But before I paste anything here, let's say this is the second part of the basics. Now, I have nothing here. This is just our canvas. As you can see, the entire space, like, like the galaxy is here, like the galaxy is here. And let's assume that this is our landing spot, which is like a blackboard, right? Now I have double clicked on the rectangle tool, and it has drawn out the exact size of the frame, exact size of the canvas we will be working on. Let's assume that this is the wall and this is the blackboard, even though this is whiteboard at the moment. So I I stated earlier that we are going to be having two sides. You have the right side, you have the left side, and as a designer, this is how you design. If you are also going to print it, irrespective, even if you are not going to print, it still works the same. So I'm going to split this rectangle now into two, and I'm going to do that with the use of my ruler. All I just have to do is drag from this area here, just drag this from this area and put it here. Now there is something I like to do from time to time. I must do it on any project. I like to set up my alignment method. And to do that, I just click on this snap to I check this, I check everything. And what that does is, I'm going to show you now. So when I bring the ruler again, it would automatically help me. It will find it. You can see I have not dropped it. I'm just looking for the center, but it's snapping to it. And that's because we were able to check document grid, guidelines, and object here, even guide, yeah, even base grid. So let's assume that I'm giving the entire, you might not say that very well. Yes, this is better, or, uh, okay, this is better. That's a good contrast. I can adjust this here, right? I'm going to make a duplicate of this. I'll just right click and paste here. So I have two sides of this canvas now. You can see the difference. I no longer need that ruler at that point. So what do we need next? The next thing is to bring in the element. Now this is not a it's not a law. It's not a law. I usually prefer to have all my write-ups typed out. I usually use notepad, or even maybe, if take for instance, a client sends me a job order, uh is sent to the WhatsApp group, a WhatsApp channel. You copy it. I copy it, and as it is, I take it to either Microsoft Word, but I usually use Notepad because Notepad removes every form of formatting. I hope you guys can hear me properly now. And I think I'm not too fast, so let me slow down my pace a bit. So I use Notepad. Notepad removes all forms of formatting, and when I paste in CorelDRAW, I'm pasting naturally without any form of formatting. So I think we have Oluchi and Philip, right? Philip in capital letter, and we have Saturday. Is that 25th April 2026? Yes, just like that. Then basically this is the entire write-up that is on the design. So you can see, how do we now get started? I'm just going to show you what I did here. The first thing is let me move this out of this space here so we can work together from a fresh note. um I'm going to give this white color now. So both of them are both white in color, but they are of course different parts. You can see it like this, and you can see it like this. This is our whiteboard, so it's there like that. Now, I'm bringing in the elements we have to work with. Now, there are a couple of elements. Let me show you with that. We have the picture here. We have this picture here. We have this here. We have this ring here. We have the flowers also. Now, for this, actually, I recorded the behind the scene of this project, right? So I would upload. So you, on that video or in that video, you can see everything, how I navigated different websites, how I my thinking process basically from start to finish. It's long. It's about 45 minutes. So if you care to see or want to learn how I was able to think and all bring elements together, I think that design is perfect and it's rich. It's the behind the scenes. So, and I'm not sure I eat anything from that process. You also catch me uh soliloquizing a lot. But I think it will help one or two persons. Right. So let's go into this. I was analyzing the elements that we are going to have. So there you'd be able to see how I got the flora, the flowers that we have here. Basically, you'll be able to get or see um how I got this um ornament also there. That is what I call them. Permit me if it is not a standard word, but that's what I call them. You also see where I got the ring because I'm not going to be doing any of those things here. um Now let's go. I'm just going to go straight import the pictures, right? And I have them downloaded already. One, two, three. Import the pictures. Like I said, the pictures included the ring is, oh sorry, import. Yep. So here I'll just drag, and that is what we have. So the first thing I usually like to do is give it a solid background. But for the sake, yes, let's just give it so you can see that there are two different parts. This now, I'm going to make this bigger, um, like that, and I'm going to power clip it inside this shape. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm selecting it. I'll right click and over the shape. Let me do that again. Select, right click and drag over the shape and leave the right button, and you'll have this option. So it's power clip, and I'll say yes. I will adjust it to how I like it to be positioned. Uh, that's a beautiful photo shot there. Anyway, you get to know how I also got these pictures to when you watch, or if you watch the behind the scene. It's not a must, but I think you would enjoy it. It's just something I realized that, and I was dropped in my spirit to do as I work. I believe that you would enjoy that process. I just believe you enjoy watching the behind the scenes. Uh, so okay, because it wasn't black enough. So yeah, we have a very sharp edge. It's obvious that this is rectangle, but I'm going to apply a transparency effect now so that it can fade into the base of this picture here. Look at the base here. This is also sharp. So I'm going to select the transparency tool, yes, and just fade like that. Like that. I think that works very, very well. Yes. Now, basically, there's nothing I want to do here anymore than to start working with the right top. Change the color to white, and I'm going to select or start. Okay, so this is behind the shape we have here. How do we bring that outside? Just go to object. I think it should be order, yes, and bring to front of page. That works that way. Now we would work with the font should be Trajan. I said Trojan. Trajan, yes, like that. And I'm going to adjust the letter spacing. By now you will know that I love adjusting letter spacing a lot. And for the Philip name, okay, so since I've adjusted this already, let me just use what is up already, Philip, right? Then make them to be centered and like that. Yes, just like that. I don't need this and I do not need this anymore. Now for the text, white color of course because it's coming on the black background, and I would like the Garamond font to be used on that. Adjust that a little bit, and I'm going to make it bold. Garamond has been my design body for a very like for the longest of time. The same thing, it's behind the shape, so it's not like it disappear. Just bring it or just change the order in which it is. Yes, and there you go. So we are getting there. We are getting there. Let me save the work, and yes, just like that. Cool. Now, there's another thing we need to understand that as you are designing the front, you also want the back to be very, very pleasing to see. You want it to be beautiful. So I decided to work with a shape, right? There's a shape, and this is currently a polygon, the default shape, but I'm going to make it hexagon. That's six, right? One, two, three, four. Yes, hexagon. That is the knowledge of mathematics playing there. Then make a duplicate of it and increase it. I want it to start here, so I'll just drag it here. Yes, like that. Now make a duplicate again and bring it here. So how was I able to get this effect that the outline here was on top of this but is behind this? It's pretty much simple. We've done that already. So I'm going to increase the outline here, and let's give it something like a 2. 2 is small. 2.5. Okay, a 3. Yes, that is okay. And you can change the color of your outline as you deem fit. I'm going to select. When you check the behind the scene, you'll be able to get a lot of things from that. You see everything, like the thinking process, everything there. So let me go with that color and change this outline just like that. Then I have a green here on a gown. I'm going to, let's say, use this uh eyedropper to add the green to my color palette, not to fill it with anything, but just to add it to the color palette here, so that I can mix the color green here. Something like this. You would see this has changed from the thick black to what we have here, and I want to, yes, like that. So yes, just like that. Now we are getting there. You remember how we edited, I mean, how we power clipped this picture inside the shape? We'll do the same for this. We'll do the same for this. And we are using where they are facing each other, right click and drag over the shape like that. And you can power clip. I'm increasing it. There's a space here, so I'm filling it up. Yes, we are good. And I do not need this black outline, so I would right click, I mean click on the shape, select the shape, and right click on this no color symbol here, and I can remove the outline like that. Then this also do the same, power clip. Maybe you don't know how to do that. Just to power clip an object from the menu option, go to object, power clip, select place inside frame. Now you are now going to click on the frame or the shape you want the picture to be inserted in, and that will be this. So I'll click on this, and of course it disappears from here, but it is not that it disappeared, it is just that it has been pushed into this shape. So you can access it also by going to object, That is the image power clip object. Object on the menu bar. Go to power clip option and then edit power clip, and you can see it right there. So move it to position, adjust it as you would like. I think I had to extend it this way because of the bride. Yes, something like that. And that is how you go remove the outline also. So we are getting there actually, right? We are getting there. What we have to do isn't much anymore. um there's an effect that I added here, this transparency effect here. So let me show you how I did that. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to select a shade of the green I want. I did a lot of tweaking though, so it might not be perfect the first time, so I'm just going to show you how I did it. Using the eyedropper tool, I selected and pasted or filled the color with filled the rectangle with the color. Now you need to understand that you can also power clip items, pictures into text. So let me use the long method. The shape I want to insert into a text is selected already. That is selected already. So I'll go to object, power clip, place inside frame. Which frame? That is this text now. It's there. So with the shape selected, with the text selected, go to object, power clip again, edit power clip, and you would see what I have power clipped inside there. Now, with the shape like this now, I'm going to apply a transparency effect there. And then when I'm done, I can just click finish or go to object again, power clip, and finish editing, power clip, and you are good. This is nice. Even came out nicer than the first time I did it. So I don't need to go over power clipping the rectangle again into Philip by myself or manually. This is what I did actually. So I just copied the name again, and instead of troubling myself, I only changed the name, the text now, which was Oluchi before, but is now Philip. So we are getting there. Then we now have this ring, the symbol of wedding, and that is how you get that. Just put it in position, and you are able to uh, put that element into place. That way it symbolizes that you are designing a wedding jotter, right? Just like that. Maybe that is too big. Let's reduce it. Yeah, that's proper. That's proper. All right. So like I said, I'm not going to show you I'm not going to start browsing about every process. No, 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 no. This comes here. Make a duplicate of it. Just assume that you have it already. um I'm going to bring this down also. This is looking more finer than what we even have, but what I did was that I placed it here and just like that. I was just what I did. That's it. That is the front. So for the back, I made a copy of this front, duplicated it, yes, and took it to the back, and then with the picture selected, I came to effect. You can come to effect, blur, and I'm selecting Gaussian blur, and this is very very okay for what I want to do. Just like that, just like that, right? Maybe let's bring in this shape here, and this time around we'll just create a transparency effect that covers everything. It's all rounded, just like that. Like, it's nice. And finally, we are going to give this a white color. I know we removed the outlines earlier, but giving this a white color will give it a good contrast. And come on, All right, come on, guys, come on. That is it. That is it. That is it. Um, this I need this young man to come there. Yes, just like that. And maybe I can increase the tone of the gold. Uh, if you want, you can add it at the bottom also, just like that. So yes, just like that. And this will be in capital letters. So let's change it to capital letters. I hope I'm not too fast. I just hope I'm not too fast. If I was too fast, kindly pardon me. Please pardon me. And by the way, please like and subscribe to this channel. Uh, I drop videos every week. Uh, just to ensure that somebody or two keeps learning, keeps getting better, and also build a community with everyone out there who would like to be a part of what we have as designers, as creatives. All right, so there is one more thing I'm going to have to do. Okay, not one more. Let me fill this here and bring the ring here. Usually, this is the place where you might want to write something like, uh, "Thanks for coming." Maybe it depends on you. Maybe not. Centralize that like this. I never believed that this this tutorial will be up to 30 minutes. Come on, I did not see this coming. Thanks for okay, let's do this. This looks more conjugal in when we look at it. Thanks for coming. Oh no, I did not believe that this was going to like this video will be up to 30 minutes at all. I did not see this coming at all. Okay. Well, I think it's worth it, right? So that is this, or that is that. I don't know. Pardon the English if it isn't correct. Make a duplicate of that. Let's tilt it and here. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yes, this is better. So you can just begin to imagine how it will look like. But when you see the video, you realize that this was what the design was initially. But so how did we get this design here, this part here? It's very simple. Just that's why I said at the beginning, nobody can teach you creativity. Nobody, trust me. I'm going to take this behind, so and you start seeing me adjusting it to suit what I think should help communicate the project better. This is cool. Like this is very cool. I'm going to duplicate that and take it to the other side until it pops out a little bit here also. Just adjust it and I delete that part. And this is what we have, right? This is what we have. Cool. Now there's one more thing that I would like to show you. I believe you know how to do that already, but this light effect, how were we able to accomplish that? So let's go into our file or wherever our elements are stored. Let's go and bring in a flare. It's called flare. It's called flare. Lens flare. Lens flare. Lens flare. Where are you? Yeah, this. I'm just going to. I'm just going to drag it like this. I'm going to put it inside the shape like power clip it. So power clip. Yes, like that. Um. Then to get the flare, because this is black in color, to get the flare, come to transparency tool here, and under your normal effects, select it from the options. Select screen. Oh, come on. I can as well leave this like this, and it's going to be very cool, right? But um, that's not what I want to do. So I'll just reduce it. I'll give the lightning from this side, but you have to also be attentive to realize that we have a sharp edge at at the end of the shape here. So I'll just apply transparency here, the transparency tool. Just select the transparency tool, drag it to how you want the effect to happen on it, and then something like that. Maybe so, like that. Sorry, yes. Rotate it, and then replicate it here also, and then this place I think I made it bigger, sort of. Let me see. Okay, so not that visible. Yeah, something like that. Yes, and that is how we achieved this design, guys. So this was the initial one, and this is what we recreated. I believe that this is very helpful, and or you got something from there, guys. uh, Let me know what you think, but this is how to design something nice. You've learned a couple of things: text design, my design thinking, flex, lens flare, and all. Put it to practice, like I used to say. Don't stop practicing. Don't stop trying to get better. That's just it. And finally, I believe somebody would have guessed that. Somebody would have guessed that I'm going to do it. So let's do something. Let's add noise. Since this is just for display purpose. Oh my god, this is beautiful. That's noise. That's noise. That's noise. It's not hard to do. How do you add noise to it? Let me show you one more time. So after you are done with your work, you have to flatten it. Flatten it. So I usually will create a duplicate of it. So I've created a duplicate of that. That's like Control C and Control V. So we have to now, right? So the top layer or the top copy, I'm going to flatten it like that. If you don't have, if flatten on your CorelDRAW, just go to bitmap and convert to bitmap RGB, and you are good to go. Click on OK and you are good to go. So when you've done that, you come to effect, go to noise, add noise, and there you'll be able to see the difference, see how this is ordinary, and see the effect of the noise. And you can adjust the noise around here, the density, right? So you don't have to overdo it, just tweak things a little bit and you're good to go. So let me show you before and after. So see the before and see the after the noise, right? So that's it, guys. You can do the same for the back. um that's it. um it's nice bringing this your way, and I look forward to the next video where we'll be learning another thing, another design. Till then, keep creating magic, keep getting better.